We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin. And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is the Bravado Spice Company Black Garlic Carolina Reaper from, of course, featured on the Hot One show. And so we got a little, I love these labels. They're very well done. I like the labels better than the sauce, honestly, often. But we've got the world's hottest pepper, savory black garlic, and a hint of sweet maple. That this hot sauce is a little shaky to your core. Brace yourself. Maybe not quite to that extent, but all right. So on the ingredient panels, we see vinegar, red serrano, Carolina Reaper, roasted garlic, maple syrup, black pepper, black garlic. I switched those and sea salt. All right. So this one. You can see I've gone through quite a bit of this bottle trying to get a handle on this sauce. And black, I think the other black garlics I had was kind of the same thing because black garlic is a really interesting umami sort of subtle ingredient for me. And I really, it's hard for me to get a complete read on it a lot of times. You can see here there is this really, really nice color. It's also the little bits of black pepper in there. But so this one I got... It's been waiting. It was waiting all of 2021 for me to get to it. And I got it because 2021 was going to be the year of the Reaper when I finally tried to start doing many more Reaper products than I had in the past, which was very moderate prior to that. And of course now 2022, and we're still going on with the year of the Reaper because I found that I actually was enjoying a lot of the products, but that's a very interesting pepper. I'll leave it at that. It was one I was a little bit nervy about, but I found that to be just really, really fascinating. So I've had a lot of fun with it. Definitely, I like it better, than the Scorpion, certainly, which I would be fine if I didn't have anything with Scorpion in it ever again. But this one, this Reaper. Anyway, though, had all these other things that it took me just way longer to get to stuff than I had anticipated it was going to. And part of it was the volume of stuff. So this one's been waiting for a while, but I was so, I don't know, I guess disinterested in most of Bravado's stuff based on their other sauces that I'd done, that this wasn't super interesting, I guess, for me to do. I got it with a bunch of other Reaper things, intending to get to it. And I said, well, I'm not super interested in Bravado, but it'll fit in with my whole year of the Reaper thing, which is now in its second year. So I guess it's years, plural, of the Reaper. But with this one, I like the labels. I think they're slick, but honestly, they're not super appetizing, I guess, to me. I don't get excited when I see a lot of this stuff, which... this was one of the big happy surprises for me, I think, for 2022 so far. Just what a delight this sauce actually is. So you see it does pour a bit runny here. And then it just kind of hangs out. I mean, it levels out, but slowly. This, honestly, it reminds me just a touch of how A1 will sometimes come out, the steak sauce. But you can see it's this really... nice dark red. I can smell the Reapers. I can smell them. I can smell them from here. A little bit of garlic in there too. A little bit of the vinegar. But you can see this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous sauce. It's almost tending towards a little bit of muddiness, and it's getting a little bit towards brown here. But I think this is a really pretty color. This really deep, dark red. This is, yeah, I find this to be a really pretty sauce. But of course, I don't suppose we're buying sauce for beauty, so let's go get into the flavor here. Eating that rich roasted garlic there, oh my gosh. A little back current getting the red serrano, a little back current of the Reaper. Not super forceful in the mix. A little bit of vinegar, but this is a sauce that I almost think is better by itself straight. So I'm really looking forward to this on wings. Definitely for me, it is by far the best thing that Bravado has done. By a lot. And this actually is, I was seriously surprised by this. This sauce is a delight. I like it quite a bit. There's a little bit of a delay to the burn, which is starting to come on as I'm talking to you here, but definitely this is one of the better ones from the hot ones too. A lot of the hot one sauces I'm not super enthused about. I'm going to be honest there. But this one is definitely, for me, one of the better ones on that show, to be sure. And so I think I did this with one of the other sauces that had black garlic in it, but it took me a while to find these. I don't know what the issue is with coming across these, if they're discontinuing or what they're doing, but we're going to go again with the Maruchan Yakisoba chicken. That's what I use as a base for a lot of the hot sauces that I put in ramen. The noodles are not good by themselves, they need a hot sauce. So this is really the ramen that sort of got me on my style, I guess, for cooking ramen, which is to essentially what I do is, I'm not going to go through everything here, I've done it enough times, but so essentially what I do is we throw the flavor packet on, throw the vegetables away because I don't need onions in there for anything. If you like that disgusting trash, of course you could use it. We put that over there, and then we do this little sifting thing, this little shake thing here. And that integrates the chicken base into the noodles here, and then we're gonna dot the top of this. Well, maybe a little more than a dot. We gotta try to save some of this for wings. We used a little bit over half the bottle right by now, but anyway, so we just throw a little bit on there. When you're cooking this, you don't need really a lot more than that, or it'll start to overpower it in an unpleasant way. So really trying to find where your hot sauce is going to balance with the soup base. And I've had this soup numerous times. One of the other things I like is that it comes in its own tray. It's got a fill line in it. And your only dirty dishes are chopsticks if you use those, or a fork, which is what I'll be using. So anyway, we're going to cook this for 4 minutes, and then we're going to let it sit for 5. And then we'll be back to look into the nummies. And we are back. You can see it infused in here nicely. Everything is the same sort of rich ramen color. Same sort of beigeish kind of noodle colored here. Yellowish sort of hue to it. You know, that's one of the other things too. The sauces with that garlic and chicken ramen just goes together so well. Especially the black garlic. It's definitely changed the dynamic here. Got that nice bit of spice to it. A little bit of the chicken underbase with that garlic. I think the black garlic, I mean, ramen is umami anyway, but the black garlic doesn't, I don't think, read quite as much as the roasted garlic. And roasted garlic to me has a very distinctive flavor. I've made it myself numerous times. I love roast garlic. And I think the black garlic is just kind of there as a behind the scenes undercurrent, just kind of amplifying the garlic flavor, but it definitely reads more as roasted to me. The pepper taste is a little bitter. It reads more as just a general pepper rather than anything specific, but there's definitely a super hot bitterness undercurrent to this as well. It's a very nice punchy heat. This is really good. One of the things about ramen and hot sauce is it tends to eliminate a lot of the vinegar aspect, which isn't high to begin with here, but it's almost completely gone now. Getting a nice build from them Reapers. Very pleasant. I did a good job with the water level. Hardly any liquid left. I don't like... If I'm going to a restaurant getting real ramen, then yeah, I want some soup. If I'm making this microwave stuff, this instant ramen, I want as little of that as possible. Most of those don't have very good broths. Particularly this one. In fact, you know, the Korean noodles, it's mainly just a sauce on the noodle platform. The fire wok, the sizzling pork, is about the only one I can actually think of that I've sort of, I think it's a Nissen makes that. It's sort of, that by the way is in the ramen playlist as is a lot of the other ones. But that one actually did not have a bad broth at all to it. And in fact, it got wrecked by adding the hot paste to it, but that's definitely more the exception. So, very impressive sauce. Very impressive. For me not expecting much because it was a hot one sauce and because it was a Bravado sauce, I gotta say they really knocked it out of the park on this. This is a fantastic sauce. Just delicious. Definitely one of the better ones as far as I'm concerned that was on that show. So, but there you have it. The Bravado Spice Black Garlic Carolina Reaper. Now go forth in peace. Serve the flame.